And what's your name again, sir?
I'm Jimmy. Jimmy Scoot.
You're Jimmy. Well, thank God it doesn't rhyme with anything else. All right, do you... And what
He's got a cousin named Timmy.
Oh, God. All right, what were you doing, sir, in regards to when I showed up here? Like,
Well, I was trying to get the daggone lawnmower started, take care of these weeds around here. But,
okay. All right, give me 1 second, both of you, all right?
I don't think he knows what's going on.
I don't think either. I think we confused him.
Looks like it's going to storm.
I know. I need to go up there and put the daggone tarp back on the trailer. Jerry, is that what I think it is in your mail?
No.
Jerry, not when there's cops here.
That better not be the Sonomas that I bought for old Charlene.
That's some Columbia Bam Bam.
It's my homemade cigarette.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Yes.
You go over yonder.
Listen, hey, listen.
That cop's face.
We got to make the cops think I got a twin brother, okay?
How about we just get an RV and leave?
Hey, you got keys to this ride right here?
I don't.
Why don't we just get in the RV and leave then? Here, let's walk around. Hang on, we gotta get rid of a crutch. Get the dang RV! Get in, crackhead, get in!
Yeah, we gotta go to the grocery store, get some hots and everything. Park over here. Park behind the trailer.
Okay, go. Let me turn around.
Turn right. Turn right. Yes. Yes.
No, we locked them. They're right behind us.
Just keep circling.
I'll keep circling. Are we getting pulled out? What? Hey, I'm like dumb. Act like I would know.
Pull over.
You go on around.
Wait, they wanted us to stay on our property?
Welcome back to the basement, where it's top level content from the lower level. We got a special guest for you today, a YouTube sensation, if you will. Mr. Ghost himself is here with us today.
What's going on?
Absolutely. There you go. So before we actually jump into this actual episode, I want to share something with you guys. I said I want to share something with you. I'm going to tell you what it was. So a lot of people that know me personally, know us personally, know I've known this guy for, 20-some years?
Long time.
A very long time. He's been in my house. We've sleigh raided in the backyard. We watched my little brother mess his knee up in the backyard.
Yeah.
But what I want to say, though, is to watch you from when you was young, you were shy and quiet.
Yeah, I was.
But to watch you on YouTube is amazing. Like, you ought to be really proud of yourself how far you come with that, man. That's awesome.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. So, Drew, you said you had some questions.
Man, I got
So let's touch into what you do. You play on a role-playing server for Grand Theft Auto, right? Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, video content or gaming content basically. But yeah, it's like Grand Theft Auto is like the main thing.
Yeah. And you run on what, a 5M server? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So what's that mean?
Okay, so I play on a computer. So basically, we play Grand Theft Auto, but we play on 5M. It's a program that piggybacks Grand Theft Auto, so you can mod it.
Oh, okay.
And basically not get banned because 5M is for modded, you know.
Oh, okay.
So is it like a Rockstar certified modded server?
Well, it
or
was.
server pro?
It was owned by, I think, like a Russian company or something, but then Rockstar picked it up.
Oh, okay.
So, and I think, like, literally 5M is what kept, like, GTA going. 5 going for, what, 50,000?
So you're the reason we've had to wait like 20 years for GTA 6 is what I'm hearing.
No. Hey, other people go. I'm way down the line, but somewhere maybe, you know.
So you started into this, you said, what, full-time when you was, 18?
2018.
2018,
Yeah.
sorry. So 2018 you started YouTubing full-time. And you're up to what, 485,000
Yeah.
subscribers at this point?
Yeah, hopefully hit 500,000 this year.
That,
So
that,
that's my goal. I mean,
So the end game goal for this year is 500,000.
yeah.
We are hoping to hit 1K. So if we can hit 1K by September, I will be ecstatic for our channel.
that
I
would
will
be
be
cool.
ecstatic.
Well, that answers one of my questions I had. You do this full time.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's a journey.
Some days it's kind of, I would assume it's similar to like going into a 9-to-5 traditional brick and mortar type job. You have your days where you're really looking forward to it, and you have your days where you're just like, ugh.
Yeah, I mean, you know how like you're like, oh, I'm gonna lay back and play some video games and chill. Well, I'm like at work doing that. I know everybody's gonna be like, that's an easy job. It gets really like mental, you know, because I'm in a room and a lot of times talking to myself like, hey, how's it going? And it's just me there. Never talks back, you know, and everything. So yeah, it is, kind of challenging doing that. But yeah, so it's like,
I could definitely say it's like as far as us running this podcast, we're a month in, and we've already talked about a weekend. We're like, you know what? When we start making money and we can hire somebody, we're getting a social media manager. I was like,
absolutely.
because the research, the little short videos you see, the content, the writing, there's a lot that goes into this.
Yeah, there's so much more that goes on to it than what I guarantee
Well,
the
don't
average
forget
person
the
realizes.
editing.
yeah,
Yeah, the editing.
Yeah.
And like y'all like post like a lot. Like I see y'all posting all the time, and like me, it's like no, I don't do that. Yeah, I'm like horrible. I'm like really horrible person at keeping like schedules, and plus I make my own schedule, so I really don't have a schedule. So I try to, constantly upload every day, and I'm like a week I haven't uploaded. I'm like, I think I missed that one. But so yeah, it does get. A manager would probably be good, to have to, for y'all to have to do that.
Well, I feel like though at this point for you at least, you've got enough subscribers now where you can just be like, if I don't post, I'll be all right.
Yeah, but it really does hurt you though.
Really?
Like, because like over last year, like been sick and everything, going through that. Like it really does hurt your channel and stuff. Like you'll be steady doing it, and then when you stop, people. I guess I must like forget about this, so you always gotta try to stay relevant, and then it's like you watch a TV show and you stop watching it, and a year later like I forgot about that TV show, so
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, real quick, I know there's going to be people watching that definitely aren't as familiar with video games and stuff like that. Do you want to give a quick rundown on like what a role-playing server is? As quick of a rundown as you can do
it's
on
like
it.
the nerdiest thing ever. But for what we do, like on 5M, of course, now I do farming sim, Beam and G, like a role play server for 5M. You log in and it's like you create your character. I have a character's named TJ Hamster, Bob Gray, Billy Gold, and then I've got one named Mudflap. And you just create your life, but you have other people. Like I've played people from Australia, Ireland, everything like that. So everybody you grow as your character. Like if you watch my videos from back in the day till now, you see how basically it's kind of like a story line and everything.
So you like got full on character development and everything.
Oh yeah, like place where you live or whatever. You make money. It's basically a life inside like Grand Theft Auto, but it ain't like the hectic stuff that you see on GTA Online. It's actually realistic. You got something you gas, you got to eat. You get pulled over by cops. I've like on my server we've got like real cops. That's IRL, real life cops and everything. So that's pretty cool. So
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
So-
like it was probably a couple weeks ago or something. I watched you get arrested over the Winnebago.
oh yeah, the whole thing. Yeah. So yeah,
Your main character, should you tell your main character, TJ Hamster?
yeah.
Speaking of getting arrested, how many times has TJ been arrested, do you think?
Oh man, like recently, every time I get arrested because I run out of gas, I don't know what that's about. I'm like, I get pulled over. I'm like, I would have outran you if I didn't run out of gas.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. He's probably altogether been arrested probably like probably 200 times.
I guarantee
You know, it gets to where like they know you, and they're like I can like pull me over. They're like, I know it's you because it's driving something stupid or something. You know, so.
Pretty much how the cops end up getting in real life.
Oh, I would be gone a long time ago. Like,
So, expand on your other characters. I feel like a lot of people know TJ Hamster.
yeah, if you watch the channel, TJ's like the main one. But I have like Mudflap. One of my buddies, he made a character. He wanted to make like these just stupid characters, and all of our characters are always like redneck, broke. Goofballs. I'm like, oh, yeah, I can play that good.
Right. Kind of hits home.
Yeah, you know. But anyways, you know, like what up's called? He has one called Jimmy Skills. Well, I have one called Jerry Flap. And like I would always say, you know, name's Mudflap, but you can call me Mudflap. Don't know where it came from, but Jimmy Skills, yeah, he drives a, you know. Like my buddy, he says, "Oh, I drive a El Camino. It's got a 350 with the mile cam, but it's got a bad transmission, so you never see it." And like my character drives a Winnebago is what we call it. You know, we live in a trailer park and everything like that. It's just fun doing different stories. You know, I have one character called Billy Gold. This guy loves gold. He loves Buicks. And just goes around trying to scam people, which I don't know. I just got pulled over one day. I was like, Billy Gold's the name, you know. And I guess it's almost like a lot of like acting.
Gotcha.
You know, like because my girlfriend's like, oh, you'd be like a really good like actor or voice person, and, you know, just making just up stories and everything.
Yeah, you definitely have entire storylines because I've been like I've taken a deep dive into your stuff. You know, like the one with the Winnebago, you took it, you drove back to the trailer park. You lied to the cops. You jumped in and took off on them. Like I was dying laughing.
Yeah. My thing is, I love because you know these are real people that pull you over, like in the server. You know, it's just just fun, and like I love confusing them. Like one of the things was like, oh, you know, are you Jerry Flap? Like, no, I think I was like, I'm like Terry. Jerry's my like twin brother. And then like 5 minutes later, like so. Terry, Terry, and I was like, no, I'm Jerry. they're like, whatever, and just, you know. So I love like confusing people, and sometimes I don't even know what I'm saying, and you know they'll be like, okay, just have a great day.
So we was talking off camera. One of the interesting things is we was talking about planning episodes, and I'm sitting here like I got scripts and everything written up, what I need to say, what points I need to hit, and then I got to talking to Ghost here, and he was like. You know, my best episodes come when we scripted it, and then 2 seconds in, everything just changed.
Okay, well, because a lot of people be like, you know, oh, it's scripted. Well, we'll go in with the idea, like, we want to go rock climbing with a truck. Well, we'll pull out a parking lot. Next thing you know, we done, like, hit a car, or them flew over, and it just nothing happens. But that's the best thing. It's like, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who you're going to meet. Who you want to talk to, or anything like that. You know, we was acting one day. We was like pulling a mobile home. Well, we hooked like a winch to it to move it over because it was going over the hill. It flew away, like all the way across the map. And we're like, well, that's been delivered. And I literally get people ask me like, so you ever find that mobile home? I'm like, no, it's still flying somewhere. So, like the best things are just the random. Yeah.
So another question said back. We'll keep jumping around. But that's kind of what we do here in the basement. Back in 2018, when you were starting, when did you think that this is going to be something I can do? Was it like an overnight thing, or did you start just was it a gradual like?
Well, it started like in 2017. It was like the day before Thanksgiving. Me and one of my buddies that we was gaming. And we did like a fishing trip, like Thanksgiving Day fishing trip. We was driving. Somebody shot their tire out in their boat. I don't know what happened. I think we were the only ones on there, or something happened. About wrecked the truck, uploaded it. Next day, my buddy messaged me. He's like, you got like 30,000 views on that video overnight. I'm like, what? No. And I looked and I was like, and I do it again. It was like, it's going up by like 1,000 each time. And I'm like, what? What's going on? You know, and in probably like 2 weeks, I got like 30,000 subscribers.
Wow.
And then, by you know, from what, November to January, I was probably at like 50,000 or something.
Mhm.
So in 2 months, and then like payday came. I was like,
Yeah.
you know, because you got to hit $100 threshold to get paid.
Yeah. Right.
I hit that, but it took me like a year. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, and this one is like, hey, it was good. And I was like, what? I think, you know, because I was taking off like all of November, December, because where I did fiberglass business, it was cold. I was like, I just want to stay in, you know. So when I got paid, I'm like, huh, pretty good, yo. I'm not, you know, I didn't really have any bills or anything. I'm like, hot dang, you know, I'm gonna try this, and then probably like 2 or 3 months later, I hit like 100,000 subs
Mm-hmm.
and everything, and I didn't get my play button.
I was about to ask.
Yeah, I didn't get it probably till like last summer because well, I hit 100,000 too fast, and they're like, something's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's like, oh, because you bought bots. I was broke.
I couldn't afford
I
bots.
couldn't afford it. You know, you'd have to spend it and everything. So I didn't get it. So that kind of sucked. But finally, you know, I just emailed them and I was like, hey, can I have it? You know, I got a little more down. They're like, yeah. So they sent it and everything. So that's pretty cool getting that and everything.
So it goes, what, 100,000 you get with a little play button like that? Or?
Yeah, well, now it's like it's all made into like
Oh.
plaque. Yeah, it's like recessed in. But yeah, you get 100,000 is silver. I think was it gold is $1 million.
Oh,
And then
that's a big jump.
10 million is like I think the diamond. And then if you hit 100 million, I think they like make you a special one.
Oh, that's
So probably not going to get that one or the.
Hey,
you know,
you
I'm
never
just
know.
like I'm just you know.
That's my goal. Is I want a YouTube button to go over top of his Bengals jersey. But man, so you got into Grand Theft Auto. That was your main thing at first, right?
Yeah, like that was like I really enjoyed doing it, so I just started, you know, just playing around. You know, I've seen other YouTubers do it. And I'm like, well, I want to do it and like try to make some videos and stuff. Just have fun, you know. I'm like, well, if it goes somewhere, it does. If not, it don't. And then when it took off, I was like, okay, well, let's try it. You know.
Yeah, right. You tried it and gave it the old shot.
Mhm.
You know.
Give the old college try.
Yeah, the old college try. So you do BeamNG, right? That's
Yeah.
called BeamNG, and that's kind of like a realistic, like crashing and
Yeah,
physics type
you
game.
can go off roading or drag racing. You can like break a dry shaft. It's really realistic. It really is. So I like doing that.
I think that most of the videos I watched on BeamNG was people like doing like jumping ramps and stuff, and then
Yeah.
bottoming out. And,
Yeah,
Is that like the ones that I see on Facebook and stuff where it's like chances of survival and it shows like
Yes.
the different cars and
Yeah.
stuff? Oh, okay.
That's But I do a lot of like off roading or drag racing or like truck pulls or something. You know, anything realistic because that's kind of what I like doing and everything.
you said you do Farming Simulator.
Yeah, I know nothing about farming. Don't really farm on there. I just do, you know, all the other stuff. That's kind of hard though, because you kind of have to have something to do. Like that is
Right.
kind of scripted, because a lot of times you're playing by yourself.
Yeah, when I say Farming Simulator, unless you like it, I used to play it a lot. You can get addicted to it, but at the time you're like, I wish this wheat would daggum grow.
Yeah.
I can only drive this tractor around the field so many times.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing, you know, with computers, it's like
Yeah.
you got mods or
Yeah.
computer gaming. Like console's good, but computer is like another
Oh,
world.
absolutely.
It's like you get to do anything you want with it or anything.
Well, I got a gaming computer. I'm just not smart enough to use it.
I feel that.
Right? True.
Yeah.
You said you had some character questions.
I do have some character questions, but first,
Uh-oh.
I'm going to ask you about your, because this is what I was going to ask you earlier, and I said, well, hold it off.
Mhm.
Your YouTube studio, do you use the app on your phone to keep checking stuff? I mean, we do.
I used to.
You
Nah,
don't care
because-
anymore.
That's a level of maiden that we haven't reached yet.
Well, if you do it as a job, you know, money, you start getting obsessed with it.
Yeah.
You know, you really do. You look at like, well, that's not doing good. That's not doing good. And then you're like, I'm gonna do it no more.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I've probably quit YouTube probably like 100 times. I'm done. Retiring. Then I look at my bank and I'm like, one more video.
One more run,
Yeah,
baby.
one more, one more years here. But yeah, I mean, I stopped doing it because I don't want to get obsessed with it.
Yeah.
But now, when I upload a video, I'll look at it next morning. and be like, okay, well, you know, that did good or that didn't. Or,
So ours says like what, 6K views, something like that.
Last I checked, it was 5.8. I don't check it. I usually don't check it till every Friday
Yeah.
because
So-
I write the statistics down.
So my real question is altogether, how many views do you have? Do you know right off?
I think one time I looked, it was like well over like 70 million.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, but
That's
I mean
awesome.
that's a lot of videos. You know, like
Yeah.
a couple of videos is like I think almost like 2 million. Couple videos and a couple over a million view videos. And
That's awesome, dude.
So, oh, man.
Yeah, but anyways, to the character question, I actually got 2 of them. Did you get your sailboats where they're supposed to go? Because I fell asleep just the other day.
Oh yeah. We actually did after we got stuck and everything. Yeah, it was one of our semi truck characters. Mine's called Fat Chip. Well, actually,
Fat Chip.
we was a big old guy. I was like, I said, oh, this is old Fat Chip. But I got it backwards. My character was supposed to be Saucy. My buddy was Fat Chip, but we got it backward. We're like, wonder if anybody ever noticed that. So we're supposed to roll with it and everything.
Yeah.
I'm going to comment on that video right now.
Oh, God.
And then the other question was, why'd you have to steal the guy's Hellcat?
Which one was that?
The one where you made it into like a jet?
Oh, the Santa Claus thing? I don't even know.
I
Like,
feel like you answered your own question. You stole a Hellcat. I mean, is there any more explanation?
we stripped it down.
Yeah, they destroyed it.
No, we made it to like, I don't know if you ever seen like the Hellcat sled like Goldberg had or the red Challenger sled. Well, we found a model of that and we was like flying. But believe it or not, like I was like iffy about doing a video because to me it wasn't realistic. But I
That was
try to
funny.
have fun, but a lot of my builds I'll do like realistic stuff. I didn't build that one, but
Yeah. So the dudes that the dealership, it was a dealership.
yeah.
That he took it from, they pull up on him and they're like pulling guns on him. He just swerves out and takes off flying.
Yeah, like the
Funny.
guy like walks up and I like turn the car, like the cop and everything. But yeah, and the YouTuber, because that wasn't my server, that was AGN and Ace2K7. He's a big YouTuber. He has like I think 700,000 or 800,000. Great guy and everything. And I was playing there for a little bit until I started AFG again. But yeah, because he's like, hey, I got this thing, you should do it. I'm like, oh god, dude. Oh, should. Okay.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
they ransacked your shop and everything for that, didn't they?
Yeah, I know. Pulled up in a minivan. I was like, how you gonna do that? Like,
They rolled up in a minivan?
they did.
So that's how you know they're rolling up deep.
So you steal a Hellcat and they show up with like a Dodge Caravan.
Well, yeah, the thing is, though, they roll up in a minivan, like, one of the guy's, like, wife, IRL, like, walks up behind the car, and I hit, like, the boost thing and takes off, and it blows them back. And I'm like, oh, God, But, yeah,
That's
so,
funny.
And the crazy thing to me was when they was in front of you in the minivan, they had all those like exotic cars sitting there. Like, why wouldn't they
yeah, they
chasing you
rolled up
down
in a
on one of those?
minivan, yeah.
You know how fast this is a V6, baby.
Man, I do have a funny Grand Theft Auto story that actually involves Andrew.
No.
So I was playing on PlayStation one day, and you can check to see like what your friends are doing. And Grand Theft Auto at one point, they changed it since this happened, but it used to tell what you were doing in Grand Theft Auto, so your friends could see what you were doing. So anybody who knows Grand Theft Auto knows you could do some questionable activities.
Yes.
So I'm sitting there at my house, and I'm talking to our buddy Darius, and I went to go check because I was going to talk crap to Andrew because I was like, wow, here he is on PlayStation and not joining us and not talking to us, like what kind of bum. And then I go to pull it up, and it says that he's in a strip club. So I text him, and I'm like, how are you going to be in a strip club on Grand Theft Auto and not join our party? And then he's like, man, I'm not even home.
I'm literally sitting on the bench at Planet Fitness right now getting ready to lift weights back when I was lifting weights a long time ago.
Allegedly.
So that's where he finds out that Uriah was apparently playing Grand Theft Auto on there.
He was 4 years old. He was in the strip club. And
Oh, that's funny.
I went, so I go home, right? Like, piggyback off square. I go home. And I walked through there. I set my gym bag down. I said, Uriah, what were you doing on Grand Theft Auto? And he was like, Nothing. First off, why are you playing that right now? I was like, he's 4, right? At that time. And I was like, you was at the strip club. He said, I thought it was the beach. They were in bikinis. I said, boy. And then we're sitting there playing it. I'm playing online with these guys later, and I drive by it. And he walks through. He's right. He said, there's the strip club. I'm like, how do you know how to get here?
Man,
So-
you're right. I hated me for like 2 years
Oh,
after that.
I told him that Hunter told on him, and he was mad, boy.
I think he was gonna fight me for like a year. Like he was on site at one point.
Yeah, he was trash talking him and everything. So you said you got some hobbies. One of them that we've been touching on the last 2 weeks that you've been following us has been ghost hunting and folklore. And you've been quite a traveler when it comes to the folklore in West Virginia, haven't you?
We actually bought, like, me and a girlfriend, like, we bought a book of, like, haunted places in West Virginia. Our goal was to go everywhere, you know. I think it was like 5.
Yeah. There's a lot in West
There's
Virginia.
chapters. There's a lot of, like, old graveyards and everything. But we did, like, well, we went to the lunatic asylum, you know, Weston.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Now she didn't really go somewhere, man. We just went to like the tour, and they tell you about. But like when you pull up this place, it's like,
Lunatic asylum?
yeah,
Okay.
you pull up, it's like I don't know, it's just got this like feeling, you know. It's like it's eerie,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
you know. So like, but it, you know, we did the tour and everything, and she told me to tell you that we were actually in one of the gymnasiums. They did dances. They'd hold dances for, you know, like the town, you know, would come there and, you know, dances and stuff. And, you know, of course, you know, it's bad. There's bad mojo over the whole place.
Yeah, right.
And we sit ready to walk out, and her phone started playing on, like, Spotify. It was in her back pocket, never touched it. It was playing music.
No.
And I was like, that's some, like, weird stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But now, me and my cousin went back, and, like, we did, like, the overnight
Mm-hmm.
ghost tour, and like, I'm not saying I'm a chicken or whatever, but like when you can't see like your hand right there, that's kind of, you know,
Yeah.
like coal miners, like big respect for y'all because I know it's dark in there and everything. But like, you know, I can only see through a camera, you know, like night vision, and we got paired because the building's like split, so you got like the main middle, and then you got like wings, you know.
Yeah.
So it was me and my cousin, and then we got paired with, I think it was probably 8 to 10 people, and they was like retired cops.
Mm-hmm.
And they brought in like a wagon full, and I got a book bag. I'm like, bet that can come off eBay. But you know, they got like, you know, tripods set up. We're just, you know, it's a hobby.
Yeah.
But, you know, we was going through, and I think at like even 11 o'clock, midnight or 1, there's an alarm that goes off every Saturday in that town. And it's like almost like a nuclear alarm.
Oh boy.
And it scared me to death. And my cousin had like the camera on me, and like I pan up against the wall, like push back, everything. I'm like, you know, fall, you know. But that was creepy. But it was like pitch black. You can't. I mean, you hear yourself. It's so quiet and everything. But you know, we got to go different places. Some places I don't know. We just want to walk to the kitchen, and the morning of that we did like a ghost tour, so they tell you where everything is.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, it's like you get just feelings. It's like, nah, I don't want to go in there, you know? Like, I'm like a wuss or something, you know, but I don't want to go in there. But when we came back, we got with the cops and everything. We was talking to them. And these are like, retired cops. These are, when they talk, they're legit, you know?
Yeah.
And one guy was like, was y'all back there in the kitchen? I'm like, no. He's like, well, I was going to go back there and, you know, film. He's like, I heard people talking. He's like, I thought it was y'all. So I didn't want to bother you because you was filming. Nobody was back there.
No,
Oh,
I know.
Yeah, and apparently the chef or whatever didn't like people back there, so I was like, dude, that's like some.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But,
No, sir.
so, been there, been to Point Pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
Got to see Mothman. Got to touch his butt. Apparently that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went to the museum. Across from there is a low hotel. We stayed, like, we literally called, we're like, hey, we're wanting a room, and the woman's like, haunted or not haunted? I'm like,
Haunted.
the haunted one you got. All right, well, here you go. It was like old school, and you use skeleton key.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
Well, apparently our doors kind of, wouldn't open, so like we couldn't get out. We was stuck in the room. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna grab the phone, give her a call. But it wasn't even hooked up. I was like, what is this going to do? Had to call on our cell phone. The woman had come let us out, but we had like, that sounds stupid, but cat balls. Like motion activated. We had those light up and everything like that. So we got to do that. And I'm into where supposedly they seem off man and the TNT bunkers.
Yeah.
So that's the
Oh,
new
shoot.
Did you leave him a pepperoni cheese roll in Mountain Dew?
I ain't leaving nobody pepperoni.
He's in that. I took it home.
Believe it or not,
He'll
that's
fight
what-
Mothman for
That's
that.
what me and my kids leave Santa. I figure if he's coming to West Virginia, he likes to have a Mountain
Yeah,
Dew and a
yeah.
daggone pepperoni cheese
You
roll.
probably right.
Yes, right. He probably had enough cookies.
Oh,
He
yeah,
wants some
you
real
know.
food.
Still
Don't
wait for
leave-
a Lambo, I'm trying to butter him up.
Don't leave spicy pepperoni because this guy throw up. Right? So you also been to Braxton County or Flatwoods.
Yes, we on our way back from the asylum, we stopped at the Flatwood Museum, and on down there, I didn't know it, but on down there is like the Bigfoot Museum. But we didn't go there, and I've been to like the Bigfoot Festival.
Oh, we're going there this year's Bigfoot.
Yeah, it's really cool. We got to meet like Huckleberry from was it Mountain Monsters or something like that. Everything.
So you said, because you was really good friends with my little brother Eric
Yes.
growing up. So you said you had a Bigfoot story with Eric involved in it. I gotta hear
I've
it.
like literally told this like a ton of times on videos. All right, there was a show that it was like hunting Bigfoot or something. And they did a call. It was like ooh wee or what some kind of call. I don't even know what he was on. But we was at Jimmy Lewis Lake. It was Eric and it was a couple of us, and we stand there and we just hollering it out, just goofing off. It was probably like 1 or 2 in the morning. Your brother was on crutches. I don't know if it was from that sleigh riding accident or what. But he was on crutches, and it was crazy because we were talking about Bigfoot, and there's leaves on the ground. So across from Jimmy Lewis Lake is that path.
Yeah,
You walk down there, you're going to make noise. Some kind of crunching or something.
That's where we used to go fishing, was on
Yeah.
the backside, get
Yeah.
away from everybody.
Well, we was out there doing, the call, and we do it. Didn't hear anything. Of course, come on. He was just like, go crap.
Yeah.
Do it again. Didn't hear nothing. The dogs on both sides was like barking like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, they got quiet. What we were doing, we heard across from us.
Uh-oh.
No lie. And we're like, what? There couldn't have been somebody over there that long.
Yeah, right.
Well, the dogs started barking again when we did it again.
Mm-hmm.
They kept barking, and it got real quiet, and we heard it again. Whenever it did it, the dogs didn't bark. Animals know
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I think we did it one more time, and we heard it again, and then we're like, no, we're getting out of here. Like, we were like, so like, oh, God, yeah,
We gotta go.
And I remember I'm getting in my truck. I jumped in my truck, started, put reverse, backing up. I'm like, I'm getting out of here. I'm going home. And like, everybody's like, almost gone. And here comes your brother around here with the crutches. He's like trying to get back. And I was like, oh God, we're going to leave him. I got to go. And I called about the whole way, I called him. I was like, you okay? He's like, yeah, y'all left me, but I'm on my way home now. I'm like, dude, if Bigfoot jumps out of the back of my truck or something, I'm turning this sucker upside down or something, But yeah, so I'm a firm believer in like Bigfoot. I've never seen it, but it was just weird because the animals, if that was a human over there, they would have been.
They kept going.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watched the last interview we done with Ethan. He had some pretty wild Bigfoot stories too. And they were talking about, let's go to that place. I'm like, no, I'm not going to any place where stuff like that happens. Like,
Yeah, I mean, like what happens like when you do see it? That's like a lot of these ghost videos. They see something and then they run. I'm like, why are you running? You're there to see that. But now I'm like, if it was me, I'm like, oh God, I gotta go.
Nope, I'm gonna
Well,
be
of course he's in the
Want to
car.
see it until you do see it.
Yeah.
Like I want to be one of them ones that have the encounter, but I'm locked in a safe vehicle where I can just watch it. like when we talked about in a later episode the Flatwood Monster, where it come up to their vehicle and just gave them this death stare through the window and then just rolled out. I'd be cool with that.
I would
not in the moment, but I wasn't
In danger.
there. I wasn't
Yeah.
technically in danger. I could have just put it in drive left. You know?
That's when it start. Then your mind was like, oh, come on, baby.
That or I'll get it right after Emily's in it and have low fuel light on.
I just stop and get fuel coming here.
Yeah.
Because every time I get in the vehicle, low fuel.
Yeah, every time. Emily's the only person I know. It says it's got 15 miles till empty. She said, "You think I'll make Charles send them back?" No. No, you cannot.
How many dollars and cents exactly do you think it'll take me to get there, dude?
She said, "I stopped, put $5 in it." I'm like,
Hey, look, I drive like a small car. If I put $5 in, I promise it doesn't even move the gas gauge at all.
right?
Yeah, mine takes a lot.
So, back to the YouTube. I got one more YouTube. Well, probably a couple more.
I go for it.
Have you ever at the first beginning of it, did you ever doubt yourself all right, it's time to quit? This is just not gonna work out. Or you ever get a jolt, you bump up real fast in followers and then plateau forever?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, on YouTube, it's you put a video out, it do 70, 100,000 views. You put another one, might do 5, 10. You're like, what? And then you can literally put another one out, again, 100,000 easy. You're like, okay, I'm putting another one out just like it. Again, 5 to 10. What? You know, and there's, there might be, but I don't know a way to the algorithm and everything.
Right.
That's, no. I couldn't tell you how to become a YouTuber tomorrow. Couldn't tell you.
It just happened.
I just feel like, you're just really, you're really blessed just to, I love my job and everything, but like I said, it's just sometimes just sitting in a room just kind of.
Right, and get to you.
Yeah, it will.
So do the watch hours really make as big a difference as?
Yeah, basically kind of the watch hours is what, the money. Basically, more watch, more view, or more ads and everything that.
Gotcha.
Because I've had videos, have 20,000 views, and when I have 10,000 views, with the 10,000 will make more money than 20,000 because the percentage that's been watched and everything like that.
Since we've started this YouTube thing, if I click on somebody's video, I try to watch it in its
You
entirety.
feel obligated.
Yeah. Well, it's I'll be watching something or my daughter will be watching something and she's like, ad. I'm like, baby, you want that toy more? You better hope you better like the ads. That's
When this guy streams, I get so mad because he's like, I'm streaming, I click on it, I gotta watch 90 seconds of ads, and I'm like, this dude better be glad I like him. Because I'm sitting there for 90 seconds, it pops up, and then he's sitting there looking at the screen. Man, you should have seen this amazing fight. I was like, but I was watching about hair care products that obviously I don't need.
It's I watch something and the ad be so stupid. I just want to comment that ad was horrible. Why would you do it? And I'm like, they're gonna have no clue what I'm talking about.
Right.
But yeah, the views are great, but the watch time and that's the.
I'll be honest.
Thing.
I was watching one of your videos last night as I was laying down, and I was way into it. About halfway through, and an ad just popped up, and I was like, "Dang it, man!" And then I was like, "Wait a minute, sorry, gets paid." And I was let it run.
Well, a lot of people, man, they will ad. I try to do it every 10 minutes because again, I wouldn't if I'm watching a video and it's so today ad, we're going to walk outside ad, and I'm just like, nah, I can't do it.
Right.
I know you want the money, but
Also, you get to control where you put the ads.
yeah, you can do it because if you put automatically, dude, sometimes it's back to back to back to back to back,
Oh,
and I'll
yeah.
get rid of 10 and I only have 3 ads or something.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, heck that.
Yeah,
But you gotta find a way to engage.
yeah,
Right.
well, I usually do it every 10 minutes. I think that's pretty good. And I try not to make my videos too long because, of course, if you upload every day, then you make our videos.
Probably about 10 hours of work for 1 hour video.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, there is a lot that goes into this.
Yeah.
And people don't understand. Like, I got a newfound respect for people like you, for example, that do YouTube full time, because you see a lot of time, like when TikTok went down, everybody said, now they gotta get a real job. Do you, like, people with YouTube and TikTok are literally working more hours than us working 40-hour jobs.
They may not have to go to like,
Yeah.
Like,
you know, but it's still hard.
now
Yeah.
we're starting to see this side of, there is a lot into this
Yeah.
that people don't understand and people don't see. Like, they think you're just sitting at home doing nothing and playing video games, but, you know.
Well, I mean, you know, you work 40 hours a week or whatever.
Mhm.
You're going to get paid for them 40 hours. I can work 100 hours or, you know, whatever. I might not make what I should for that, or, you know,
Exactly,
so
yeah.
it's kind of, like a chance, you know, basically, and
Right.
everything. And then you have to worry about falling off or doing something wrong or, you
Yeah.
know, so
Saying something that offended.
yeah.
That's what we're scared to death of, is saying
Yeah.
the wrong thing. Because, I mean, you know, it's just how the world is. And you
But
get
to be honest, if you say the wrong thing, it seems like people get a whole lot more popular because everybody,
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
whatever
everybody
you want to
wants to-
say, go for it, you know, whatever.
Well,
you
you
know.
have that side, then you have all the people that's tuning in just to give the hate comments.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've watched
Yeah.
the hate that's you know.
Yeah, I was about to touch on the hate. Like,
Yeah.
how often do you get haters at just the point now where you just don't even pay attention to it?
It don't matter to me. Like, you can look at the video. And the only thing I really do like look like when you talking about you know the YouTube app and everything is like you know the percentage of likes and dislikes. You know, a lot of my videos don't go below 97% on dislikes and stuff. And the dislikes are people just hate you who you are. They can
Yeah.
like the video, never talk to you or whatever, but they'll still do it because that's just in human nature to hate people or whatever.
Mhm.
But you know, I've had people, you know, I've played with people that literally said, you know, got mad at me and like, I hope your kids don't ever grow up like you, or like one called me a terrible dad and everything. And I'm like, no, 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 you know, but.
Right.
but
Well, it's
yeah,
like
so-
I was telling you, like, I was at work, and well, no, I woke up, my phone goes off, and I look, and I'm like, I text these guys, I was like, well, we might be getting some attention here. Like, wow, I said, got our first hate message. All it said was, F off. I was like, okay. I'm like, good. And I typed back, it's like, I actually answered this message back. And instead of being hateful, I said, well, and it was the morning time, I said, well, good morning to you too. And they looked at it, never responded.
Oh yeah. A lot of times if you get hate, just reply back with kindness, and that's like the worst.
Yeah,
that'll
they
set them
want
off so
somebody
much
to,
more.
you know, they want somebody to tell them back off so they can tell you back off, or turn around and make you look horrible, make y'all look horrible. You know,
Yeah.
like, well,
Look
they
at these
did-
horrible things
yeah,
they said.
yeah, but not show the others.
Yeah.
So it's just
The worst one, the one that actually got to me, I didn't tell these guys, but the one that actually got to me was a dude messaged and said, hey man, what's y'all's podcast about? I'm really interested. So I go through this whole huge paragraph of telling him what we're doing, why we're doing it, why, like all this my stuff, and then he just said, "Push, no thank you." I was like, "Oh man!" I was like, "You could have just cussed me out. I've been better off." Like he made me, like he had me, like, somebody really cared. Like he's from like Georgia. I'm like, "Well, we're making some connections." And he's like, "No, thank you, sir." I'm like, "Oh, never mind." You went.
Oh.
Just so you know, whoever that was, I sat on my recliner for 20 minutes reflecting on why that affected me.
It'd be the ones closest to you.
You're right. Like, I mean, you get stuff like, did you ever have one, though, that just, like, it really made you think, and you're like, man, or did you just tune it out, block it?
I don't know. I had like two. One was somebody I like played games with and everything, and like just went south and everything, and like when he's saying something about like, oh, you need to start taking care of your kids or something, I'm like, my kids have everything they ever needed. They have way more than what they need. Like they toys, everything. I mean, I'm there. Like I'm,
Yeah.
RC stuff, building, stuff for this summer for, sandbox and everything for them. And it's like, man, that hit me. I'm like, why would you ever say something about somebody's like parenting?
Right,
When
you
you
don't
know
know.
they're doing good. You don't know who I am, or well, I mean, the dude did, but I mean, gaming wise and everything. And then another one was again like, well, I hope your kids never grow up to be like me. I'm like, I hope they do. That way they can, not care about people like how you are.
Right.
Absolutely.
Speaking of projects, I've seen a couple of your projects, kind of behind the scenes that other people haven't, because I know you personally.
Yeah.
Some of these Power Wheels that you've redone. Golly, but have you seen some of these? Buddy.
Oh yeah.
He gonna send the kids. He gonna send the kids to the next dimension.
Yeah, my son, I bought like a little. It was like remote control, like little Power Wheels Jeep, because he's like too, and it was good. But then like I bumped it up to like 24 volt. No, I think it's like a 30 volt. And then I put like a hobby grade RC remote thing and everything. So it's like it'll get down to go like it'll send you back. So he's gotta be strapped in. Then my daughter, like, she had this cozy cute truck she outgrew, so I made it into kind of like a Power Wheels unit, but I built it into a 4-link system with like a 15-inch lift kit. So literally, when my son's standing beside it, like the floorboard is like up here, so he has to get on the tower up in there,
Right.
and everything. So that's another thing, and just I love building stupid stuff. That's my thing, and I like RCs is like another big.
I got a buddy. Well, we both got a buddy. Oh, that's big into RCs.
Oh yeah.
I'm not technically inclined. I'm not IT inclined either. As you can tell earlier, as we were setting everything up, I said these guys know the technical side of it. I just run my mouth and research. That's what I do. That's me.
Man, that RC hobby, that's an expensive one to get into there.
Aren't they actually opening up a RC shop at the mall?
Yeah,
Oh,
we have
right.
like rock crawler, and like
Like it's gonna have like
car
tracks and
racing
stuff.
and
Is
everything.
it the Emporium guys?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it?
I don't know if he's gonna keep that or if he's gonna just put it over at the mall or anything. But I can't wait because he's got like some crawler courses and everything. But yeah, I love like rock crawling, drag racing. I like doing that and everything. But
Yeah, that's what he does most of, I think, is drag race. But he spent a ton of money on these things, dude.
oh yeah, they're expensive. And I've not spent like a ton because I mean I just buy one every now and then. It's just a hobby. I don't.
Yeah.
Like for drag racing, I just like when going over there and watching them like test and tune. I don't really like drag race. I just like to see how fast I can go.
Yeah.
But I'm just getting into that, so it's like I bring mine over and it's like slow, just like herd versus everybody else's.
I think these guys, they put money on it, pink slips. I mean, they do all kinds of stuff on it.
I think they're actually supposed to have one, if I'm not mistaken, down Bramwell. It's supposed to have like a little RC drag race in like Main Street. That's what they were talking
That
about.
would be cool to go to something like that.
Yeah.
That would be really cool. So man, we hitting about 45 minutes in. How you feel? You said you was nervous.
I was just like, I do this stuff for a living, but
I was like-
I'm like, when you was like, hey, you should come to our podcast, I'm like, I just got invited to a podcast.
I was like,
Yeah.
Awesome.
I was like, when he said he was a little nervous earlier, I'm like, dude, you talk to 500,000 people at a time. I said, we only got like 81. You'll be alright. I said, you'll be alright.
Well, like once you get started, I guess I'm good now. But wait till like you have that camera in public.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like with you too, maybe. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but like when you're playing your game and you're on your channel, you're not even yourself. You're just a whole nother character.
Oh yeah, like I was telling them, even if like I'm having a bad day or I gotta record something, it's just like recording. It's like, what is going on, guys? And then so after I hit it, I'm like,
Yeah.
still bad day. That's horrible. But yeah, so it's like you gotta kind of get in character and
Exactly. Well, man, I feel like that was a great episode. I really appreciate you coming on here.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah,
Absolutely.
your channel is actually called Elite Rejects, right?
Yeah,
On YouTube.
It got real big overnight, and I was scared to change it to the Ghost, and I was like, dang, I should have done that.
Right?
So it kind of like,
So what you guys need to do is you need to go on over to YouTube, look up Elite Rejects. It's actually going to have the Ghost as the logo, right?
Yeah.
Follow him, get him to 500,000 before the end of the year.
And his will actually pop up in the search bar when you search for it.
Yeah, no, yeah. What we'll do is in the description of the video, we'll throw your tag in there.
Yeah.
Drew will do that because that's his job.
Yeah.
That's his job.
Andrew's really good about volunteering Drew for
Yeah,
stuff.
I do that.
It's like he'll put a picture in the video.
I sent you the pictures.
But one day we need to go ghost hunting.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
We're
so-
gonna end up having like a full crew walking into these
We will
places.
definitely go ghost hunting.
Yeah.
We'll find us a place, and
We'll try it out.
we're in the process of buying us some cameras to go on out. Don't know what they're going to be because they're expensive. So-
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So while you're on YouTube following Elite Rejects, follow us too. Because, we want to bring you better content. We want to bring you long form content, ghost hunting. We want to go to these other places. We got some actual big plans coming up over the summer once it starts warming up. So definitely, stay in touch and go over to Elite Rejects, follow him, follow us, go over to our Facebook page, follow on there, and go over to our TikTok page. So I appreciate you guys tuning in to this exclusive interview. Y'all have a great day. Remember, it's top level content from the lower level. It's the basement. Woo!
America, baby.